Okay, today I will go ahead and walk you through some of the progress that we've made, and then with that progress, some of the challenges that we're facing now. Now that we've moved from just doing demo and rebuilding walls to actually putting in finishes, it starts getting very complex. So one of the, just to give you an example, you look down this hallway right here, and you've got hardwood floors going here. But this wall right here was sticking out about a half an inch. So if we would have followed the hardwood with that line and kept it going, it wouldn't have flushed up with the wall down there. So we would have had a little teeny strip, and that would look really weird. So, and then not only that, but right here, since this wall was sticking out, this wall set back, we would have had to take the plaster on the outside of the wall and kind of feather it into this wall, because this would be sticking out. Obviously you can't notch it. So it's a lot of math, to be honest with you. We had to take a chalk line and run it right down here, and then pull from this side and that side to make sure that the walls were even, going down this line and going down that line, to make sure that when we did run the hardwood, that we wouldn't have a gap on either side, or no gap here, no, just make sure it wasn't crooked. And see, the problem is that they don't use drywall here, they use this stuff, which is concrete. They put that on by hand, so these walls are incredibly inconsistent. One will be that much wider than the other. Right here, you can tell these door frames are the same size, but when we look at the wall, sometimes this is sticking inside the frame, and then sometimes over here, as you can see, it's sticking outside the frame. And that's, again, because they're doing this by hand, and so the width of those walls are inconsistent. And that's why when you look at Columbia, and Ecuador for that matter, when you go around the door jambs like this, there's no trim. See, that's not just demo, I didn't take the trim off of this. It's never there. They don't do it on any of the door frames. And see it here because the lighting's better. See that? That's the way it comes finished. And they do that again because these walls are inconsistent. Even right here, see how it's flush, almost flush right there. And then if you were to go down, you probably can't see it from here, but as you go further down, it goes in, and as you go out here, look at how much sticks out right there. See that? That's sticking out that far. So how do you trim that? And that's one of the problems that we've had to solve. Or else it's going to look Colombian and not American, and that's not what we want. So anyway, some of the progress that we've actually made is we've got the tile down in this bathroom. So you can see we've got kind of a gray, like concrete looking tile, and then I took that mosaic stuff that I like, and I just did the entire wall with it. So that's kind of cool. Right where that opening is will be the toilet. Right here will be the vanity. Throw it in here. Here's the first, we call it bathroom number 1, and right where the stone is, that's the floor of the shower, and then we've got this brown gray like Soho tile is what they call it, and this stuff is actually really cool. It looks great and it's cheap, and so I use it everywhere. That's the cutout for the soap dish shower shampoo thing. Another problem that we had are, see those metal things that go around the tile? They don't do that in Colombia. They just leave that exposed rough edge around everything so it doesn't look finished. So we've had to teach them how to install those metal strips to finish off those unfinished edges and make it look really good. You can see we got the shower, the plumbing into the shower head, the handles over here. I did a drain like this instead of doing it in the shower. I did it like that, and that's so we can have a piece of glass here that only extends from there to there. It's not going to go all the way across, and to do so you need a bigger drain, so that's why we did that. Over here we've got a mosaic tile that we're putting against this wall, and the window up there, so it'll look pretty cool. You can see kind of the color scheme that we're using. Okay, now we'll go to this bathroom number 3, and this is coming along, and you can see the stone down there on the floor of the shower, and you can see it going up the side. That originally was not part of the design, but what happened is these two tiles, you got the brown Soho here and then this white wavy stuff that looks really cool. You can't really tell in the video here, but in real life it looks really cool. But these are supposed to be the exact same dimensions, exact same height, exact same width, and they're just fractionally off. So when we ran this down, we tried to match that grout line up with this grout line, and it didn't work because they're just fractionally different. So by the time you got up here, those grout lines were way off. So I couldn't flush up those grout lines with each other. So the best solution was to put that rock and put it all the way up. So you really couldn't tell that the grout lines are off because those lines are so far apart. And it's that type of thinking and kind of creative problem solving that you have to use to make things really look super high end. You can see that soap dish there is really cool. Got the metal around it, and we put the rock from down here into the backdrop of that soap dish right there. I wish you could see this white wavy tile a little bit better on the phone. It actually is really cool. And see again, we put that metal strip all along there to finish it off and make it look really cool. That's where the toilet will go. This is where the vanity will go. This bathroom is, we're just, it's still demoing this. Problem here is, see this concrete was the countertop, and we're going to insert glass shelving down here. Problem is this is sticking out, and so we have to cut that back. This thing down there, I don't know if you can see, it's raised for some reason, this concrete, and we wanted to demo that so we could take the tile from here and move it all the way over. The problem is, how do you demo that when this concrete thing is here? You got to have a jackhammer, but you can't get the jackhammer in there. There's not enough space. So we had to come up with a creative solution for that as well. This is the walk-in closet. No ceilings. We've got termites, unfortunately. So although this looks good from the outside, I don't have to demo it all. They're getting close to finishing the office here. That's good. You can see they're getting putting that finishing coat on the drywall. Going outside, this was a real big issue right here. See this frame? I don't know if you can see it, the frame down there for the right there. That isn't sticking up far enough, so if I put tile over this tile, obviously that's old, I don't want to keep that. It's going to stick up, and all the water is going to collect in these rails. So we had to figure out a solution to take this rail, or I'm sorry, this frame, and bring it up by cutting off the bottom of some of the actual windows going across in the sliding glass door, to give it a lip so that water wouldn't come in and collect in these rails of the frame. Again, it sounds easy, but it's not. Number one, you got to think of the problem. That's first and foremost, and most people don't even think of the problem until after they've already put the tile down, and then they just say it is what it is, and then you're left with a half-assed product. Redid a door here and took out all the chips, redid it in white. So that's what it used to look like. This is what it looks like now, which is a lot more modern, and they did a really good job. It came out well. upstairs here. I gotta make these videos quick so I can upload them easier on YouTube. We've got the new ceilings going in here. I think we're in the process of doing that in that last video. This is the master. We got all the plumbing in, so that's really good. We've got all the plumbing rearranged and all set up, and they've kind of buried it, and now you take concrete and just go over it. So that's really good. Out here, I actually decided to do hardwood in the master, the same hardwood that we're doing down the floor or downstairs. It's actually a hardwood looking thing. It's a vinyl plank, and we're taking that same tile, that Soho that was in the bathrooms, and this whole floor is going to be that brown tile, and then we're just going to carry that brown tile straight up to the terrace. So when you open up those windows, it's just going to look like one giant room all the way out. This is the half bath that we've walled in. That was a full bath, but I just turned it into a half bath for the terrace. I didn't really think you needed anything special in here. Oh, here's the white door downstairs. This is what it actually looked like before we redid it. So you can tell the difference there. It looks a lot better now. That's about it. It's a gorgeous day today, like every day here. It's literally 80 degrees every single day. The weather just never ever changes. Sometimes a couple clouds, but it's just the exact same every day. It's great. At the mountains, there's the trees where the parrots hang out. There we got some clouds. Even when you get clouds though, it doesn't really affect the temperature too much. It's still really nice. I'm at the distance. That's looking west. And that's down. That's kind of southwest. That's up north where I kind of hang out in Cordilleras. There's the golf course. And that's